and the growing importance of Yum Health, which is mobile health apps, which we learned yesterday. So these sessions has provided us with valuable knowledge and practical insights to integrate digital advancement in healthcare education and practice. So today, we move towards an advanced and exciting area focusing on smart diagnostics and precision health, which are transforming the future of healthcare delivery. Now, I would like to introduce our respected speaker who joined today for the third day FDP program. So Dr. Chitra R. Ma'am. So Ma'am is currently serving as a principal of Global College of Nursing, Bangalore. So Ma'am has over 25 years of extensive experience in nursing education, administration, and research. So Ma'am has completed her PhD in nursing with specialization in community health nursing. Throughout her career, Ma'am has held several important positions such as lecturer, head of the department, vice principal, and rightly now principal in reputed institution. So Ma'am is a life member of professional bodies like TNAI and Nursing Research Society of India, NRSI. And Ma'am has contributed significantly as a resource person for national conference, question paper setter, examiner, evaluation panel member for universities like Rajiv Gandhi University and Dr. MGR University. Ma'am also published research articles in international journals and contributed to academic development and served in roles such as chief superintendent, external examiner, and inspection team member, reflecting her academic excellence and leadership. So Ma'am contribution to nursing education, research, and academic administration stand as a source of inspiration for all of us. So today, Ma'am will be delivering a session on topic that smart diagnostic digital tools for precision health. Ma'am, we are truly honored to have you with us today, ma'am. I now request you to kindly take over the session, ma'am.
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much, Mrs. Pratibha, for a wonderful introduction.
I think the Ma'am Vanessa Ma'am, principal, Narayana College of Nursing, also joined, ma'am.
Sorry?
Ma'am, Vanessa Ma'am is also on online, ma'am.
Okay, but I'm not able to see that, please. That's good.
Yes,
okay.
ma'am, you would like to request,
yeah.
ma'am. Yeah,
so my sincere hi, after 20, must be around 25 years, I'm seeing you.
Yes, ma'am.
Voice
The ma'am's inspirationally we started and we came contact with you. It's all because of ma'am. So thank you so much for.
Thank you. Yeah. So once again, thank you so much. Where especially the very special thanks to Dr. Vanaja, who invited me for this wonderful, workshop called what is an advance happening in and around the healthcare sector. So that's a great deal for me. I know you people are a little bit tired because the time is like that, 4 to 5. I could able to sense the kind of tired feeling out of all this audience. Okay, so I will not take a very long theoretical kind of thing. Whatever I have collected from my end, I have just put in a very consolidated form, and I'm just bringing to your notice, like if at all, if anybody asks you a kind of a question called digital tool, the moment you should just say what is what, right? That's the thing. Because when I got an invitation, a call from your principal end, for a fraction of a second, I just, did not breathe. I thought she will give a kind of a, topic, One Health Mission, epidemiological changes in community, all this kind of thing.
We expected to give the community-related topic.
Yeah, so, that was a story where it was quite challenging for me also to know what is exactly this topic, right? So I was very curious to know about that. Last week, in fact, I had gone to one hospital to take a simple blood sample from my body. Unfortunately, that laboratory person was on leave. That was on Sunday. So where one nurse happened to take a blood test from my hand. You won't believe, more than half an hour, she was trying to fetch one vein from my hand. And finally, she, got into the vein and blood erupted, spilled over the floor. This was the hangama. More than pitying about myself because of my pain, I was literally pitying on herself because the nurses were not knowing what's going on in around in the current scenario. That's the most pathetic situations. See, for example, if you ask a couple of days before what is digital tool, what is AI, what is cloud computing, I would say no. So it means that we are always lacking to update our knowledge in aspects of the current scenario, what's happening, especially in the healthcare sectors where literally the nurses can deal, right? So that is my deal. That is my topic today, which is called smart diagnostic and digital tool. What is going on, especially in India? I'm not going to talk about things which has already been into the, the abroads, because we are nowhere now practicing that kind of thing. So what's happening in India, at least let you know, right? So that's my call today. So of course, you are very much familiar about the word called digital, right? So before I go for this digital tool, you must know what is digital health. From where the word is derived on digital to the word, from where it is connected, how it is associated with the health, all the things. So for that, I wanted to say what is digital health first. Then I will, say what is digital tool. Yeah. So why there is a need to know about the digital tool and what is asking from us to know about the digital tool. Of course, couple of years before, we all had gone through this very epidemic called COVID, right? So that time, literally speaking, everybody, okay, every single person had a very trauma, either related to getting into the hospital or getting diagnosis, or getting the treatment, or getting hospitalized, or losing patients, or even economically. In every aspects, literally everyone had a very big trauma. Still, we are facing that, right? So obviously, the healthcare scenario is getting changed, where so much of challenges. Today, when I read about the statistical data regarding the shortage of health professionals, what it is saying, like for 1,14,000 people, there is only one doctor in India. Just imagine how the doctor will address the health scenario for all these patients, right? It is not like just seeing the patient and giving the medicines. It needs a very, quality based kind of services where it need a laboratory person, or the computer assisted person, or the nurse, or other health sector people, all the kind of things, right? So obviously there is a call for making a transformation from one end to other end. That's what nowadays the excuse me, the digital health advocates, what they are telling or assuming that if you want to have a transformation, if you want to have a challenge, if you want to address the challenge, if you want to make any kind of the next further move, obviously we have to depend on some sort of a system, which is nothing but called a digital tool. So that's what I'm going to deal today, right? So this is a definition is given about the digital health. The services and the informations delivered are enhanced through the internet and related technologies. Basically, this is mainly focusing on three domains. So we can say very in exaggerated, very classical way that our, India is digital based in every aspects. Speaking about health aspects, first of all, you should know whether it is going to be applicable in practical wise. Feasibility is very much important. Something new introducing, even the nurse doesn't know, even the patient doesn't know, even doctors doesn't. What's the use of that, right? So that's why this digital health advocates, they are insisting that whatever the transformation you're going to see, or whatever the transformation you're going to implement, before that you see the first demand is consumer demand. Yes, where it should be affordable, and it should be applicable, it should be practically feasible, and it should be known to the consumer also, to know what it is, how to it'll work out, how to interact, how to communicate, all sorts of things. Second is, of course, what we are going to see today. That is all about the digital tool. And the third one is technologies that improve health and health services through data. So this is what we are literally lacking now, is the data is very much less concerning to conclusion of any person's diagnosis or treatment or whatever it may be. So keeping this all these three domains, nowadays the advocates of health, digital health, people, they are demanding to have a very systematic digital based diagnostic tool, right? So now we move on to a definition of this diagnostic tool which is digitalized. This is very easy to understand. I need not to, explain in a very theoretical form. Wherever you are using a very highly technical based medical tool to deliver high accurate, personalized, and real time diagnosis. You know what is the meaning of accurate? No need to say again. Personalized. So, this is a word we are going to see again till the end of the slides. Personalized. Before, it's all about, physician based. Whatever the doctor had an experience, based on that, they deliver the information to the patients. Now it is not like that. It is going to be more into personalized way. I'll tell you later what it will be. Otherwise, you will lose your interest to follow.
Ma'am, ma'am, any issues from your side, ma'am?
So this digital tool is going to replace either partially or even completely. Who knows if in future there won't be any, need of even the nurses even to
Yes.
document the things, right? Maybe. So I don't know how about the sustainability of the nursing profession, right? Yeah. It's under kind of, the anticipation. Yeah. So
Ma'am, I think there is network issue side. Ma'am, ma'am,
and again, the patient has to take a call, take an appointment, and has to go to lab, and then the employees will be there, and they will come, they'll take the blood samples till the patient has to wait, whether it is 1 hour or 1 day. Then after which, hello, Monto. Excuse me. Hello. Yeah.
interruption, we couldn't able to hear you.
Is it so?
The slide is also not visible. Slides also. Yes, ma'am. In between, I think we had the interruption. We couldn't hear your voice, but it's like on and it's coming and going with your voice.
Now,
Yes, ma'am. But screen is, yes, ma'am. It's visible.
what about my voice?
Your voice is clear. ma'am.
Okay, maybe I should not move here and there at least. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you hope you are following my words, right? Okay. So
Yes,
this is picture I just wanted to put in to your kind of informations where see we want to change the word from traditional to digital. What it is showing means you see the first one where traditionally the patient go to the doctor, sit for a while, and again the doctor sees the patient based on their experience. They will say these are the tests has to be done, and after that, the patient has to take an appointment with lab people according to their availability. And then they have to, wait for a longer way. Then the blood will be collected. Again, from there, we go to some areas where they have to do kind of processing. Then after that, it will come to a doctor. Then the doctor will take a call. And again, the patient has to come to the doctor. Again, there will be kind of a discussion. Then only the finalization happens, right? It's a very huge, long procedure where it needs a lot of patience. Money has to be expenditure, lot of economical loss, time, everything, right? Whereas when you come to this digital, everywhere it is going to be replaced. Patient need not come to the doctor. The patient can be at home, very relaxed and comfortable way. Anybody, right? Like anybody have a kind of a fear to go to hospitals, right? Because maybe because of the the previous exposure, previous trauma, all sorts of that. So patient will be so comfortable in the home, and the digital triage. Triage is nothing but the pooling of data into in a kind of connected way where the doctor and the lab people, everybody will be on one line, everybody connected, and even in the remote area, the doctor can just make a glance of patients and they can assess what is needed. Then they can say this is the thing. So the lab technician will come to know what is exact has to be done. The lab person can go to the home. There they can do, and they can do either an immediate or within maximum of 1 hour, 2 hours. Then the patient's data, everything is ready. From there again, it will be given to the doctor. From the hospital, the doctor will give an all advice, all sorts of that, what to be done, what is not, what to be followed, all sorts of that. So just see, like, where and all the patient's time is, much presumed, and even the doctor's time, it is so, validly, consumed, everything, right? So this is what it is showing. What is the difference between the traditional and the digital? See, overall, we should say that, uh, wherever the time, the cost, the amount of quality in terms of anything can be very seriously focused and can be considered and can be reduced, and it can be utilized in a very qualitative way. That's what they are sounding about this digital tool. Wherever the nurse needed, wherever the doctors needed, wherever the laboratory needed, in every way, either partial or fully, it is going to replace. So that's what ultimately it sound at the end of the concepts. Okay, yeah. So we are not just saying there is only one digital tool. We have so many advanced technologies. See, when I googled it, it shows so many things. Seriously, if I number now, it will go more than 100. Very small thing. I said no. The recently, like when I want to take my blood checkup, vein detectors are there. Pretty well, it was available in that hospital, but still the nurse did not know how to utilize it. Right? I think you must be knowing about that vein detector, where very simple kind of device. Just put over the hand and the vein is pretty clear. You need not to bother about anything. Even the patient will not panic. Even the nurse may not get any panic. Just put one prick, enough. Okay. So it has so many tools. Like if you start from A, I would say like from A to large Z, we have so many number of tools. Just for kind of narrating informations, I have selected some tools which is more commonly used. Pretty well, you must be knowing about that, right? Yeah. So these are the object as frame to utilize this digitalized tool in healthcare sectors, enable early and accurate disease detections. See, any doctor with kind of an experience, they would come out with kind. Is it audible? Hello? Is it audible? Pratima, is it audible?
Mom, good afternoon, mom. Not audible, madam.
Now?
No, still, mom.
Once. But everywhere, everything is very pretty clear here.
Ma'am, is it audible now?
Yeah,
Now
yours
it's
is much
audible,
audible.
madam.
For me, I don't know why it is. Is it okay?
Yeah, ma'am, we can hear you.
So I'm just dealing about the second point, provide personalized diagnostic insights. What it is saying means, see, that's what I was just saying, no? Like if any patient walk into the hospital saying that having a fever or high temperature, we just go for giving one paracetamol, right? So this is a very traditional way of method. We never knew what is the background of the, the person, whatever it is. So we don't know whether he is allergic or, whether his liver is in a condition to accept the amount of dose, all these things. Whereas when we use this digital tool, it gives a very precise information about each and every individual, what background, what is his gene, what is his allergic reactions. If at all, if the person was given with this much of dose of particular drug, what will be the reaction in future? Maybe after 4 days, maybe even after a year, something like that. So it is very clean, very systematic, and very much in a predicted way. So that is what called as personalized diagnostic insights. Means it is not according to any person's subjective information or interpretation. It is all about the two technology based, right? It's reduce healthcare cost and diagnostic delays. As I said, there is a huge shortage of healthcare professionals. 1:118,000 in India, whereas by utilizing these diagnostic tools, one doctor can see ultimately 100 persons in a day without not much kind of any pressure at all. Yes, and improve patient outcomes through data-driven decision. See, for example, one patient may go to one hospital, maybe to the next hospital, maybe to the next hospital. But obviously, everybody have that habit of not keeping the file in proper way. Maybe 2000 is the first, 2003 is the second, something like that, right? Only in order wise. So what this digital tools will do means it will have a very coherent set of data from the day one, from the first scratch till the last. Okay, what is being done, what is supposed to be done, how come the outcomes, what is supposed to be given as treatment, if at all, if the treatment A, what will be the outcome. So everything will be very clear. So whomever go through this kind of a data, like any other doctor, it is very easy for them to have a tailoring of the treatment in a such a way without any disruption or without any confusions. So that's what it is needed. All these four are given as driven objectives based on the digital tool utilization in healthcare, right? Yeah. So these are the common technologies which are getting utilized in healthcare, like telehealth, very known to you people, and telemedicine, wearable devices, mobile health apps, personalized medicines, electronic health records. So these are the common digital-based technologies that are being utilized, which is always associated with digital health and tool, right? As I said, we have n number of tools are getting utilized. The major things I want to bring to your notice, these are the major things which I have collected. The first one is AI and machine learning. Second thing is Internet of Medical Things, which is called as IoT. Third one is big data analytics. Fourth one is cloud computing. Fifth one is blockchain. I think these all, you must be aware, except this two, the last, cloud computing and blockchain. Anyway, I'll just say what is first one. See, the first one is very much familiar to all of us, right? I just wanted to say one thing, like, see, maybe a couple of years after, like after 10 years, where if you go to any coffee shop and you ask for coffee, they will not give immediately. They'll ask for your data. What is your height? What is your weight? Whether morning breakfast you have taken, what was your cholesterol level recently, whether you had gone for any, surgical, history, or whether you're under some medicines, and what was your intake till that time, what was your output. All this, the question will be asked, and every data will be just entered, right? And finally, it would say that sorry, we cannot offer a coffee now. Maybe you can go for some other drinks, something like that, right? So it doesn't mean that you can go to the next coffee shop and have your coffee. No, before you reach to that coffee shop, the data would have gone there. So there also the same scenario. I'm just saying only for coffee, maybe for entire thing. It is already happening in many abroad countries. It's not that easy like what we have very lavishly in India. Whenever we want to go, just buy, drink, whatever you like. No, digital tool, digital health, digitalized kind of technology, it is going to make a major transformation in our lifestyle also. Yes, happening. Yes, yeah. So this A tool is not like kind of one simple tool or only one tool. We speak about this AI tool. It has in many areas. It is doing diagnosis. It is doing computer based statistical analysis, and it is giving the outcome, and it is giving the treatment modalities, and it is anticipating. It is predicting. It is storing. It is compiling. It is giving suggestions. All the stuffs, right? Yeah. So A into any forms you can apply in healthcare. A-based digital tool, A-based digital tool like A-based X-ray, A-based entomology, A-based endoscopy, A-based scan or A-based blood test, whatever you could say. So on the whole, we are calling that one as A-assisted machine learning. So you could see the picture over here, very nicely it's given. See when you get a data from one end, maybe about the blood, maybe about the X-ray, maybe about the scan, or maybe about the other visualized diagnostic, all this. So all together will be compiled and filed as one data where it will be, even the doctor need not to bother about what is each data. The A itself will take only the necessary data. It does it own calculations in such a way, okay, because it has its own matrix, it has its own data, it has its own already formed data, and will match up where it is matching, where it is not matching, what is an alternative, what is the kind of differentiations, how the patients differs from one to one. Everything will be compiled, and it will be given a very kind of letter form to the doctor. This is what the patient's problem, right? And this is what expected, this is what the outcome, this is what the risk, and this is what the drug should be given, this is what the surgery, this is what the everything, right? Yeah. So this is an ideal kind of a digital tool, whereas it is helping all the healthcare professionals to act in a very smart as well as in a very accurate way to come out with a very precise help, especially for a better outcome for any such kind of patients. We usually fix with that statement, right? What is that? Like one size fits all. In every healthcare sector, we have that slogan, one fix for all. One size fix for all means any person walk in with some kind of problem, we just we just close our eyes, we say this is the treatment, please. We won't even bother about their genetic response, about their mental status, or about their other parameters. We never bother, right? Just we fix that, okay, this is the surgery, you have to go, that's it. No, hereafter the system is going to completely change based on this AI based tools, right? So these are the main key applications or the key features of the AI, how it is, giving the information. Just for your information, just for the examples, I have taken some pictures related to AI. If you start AI, my God, it's mind blowing. Each and every area of diagnostic procedures, even a small diagnostic procedures, how to take a one simple uh, heart sound, stethoscope, a stethoscope, a watch, a thermometer, a scan, a computer data derivation, or A in X-rays, A in radiology, A in even giving an injection. My God, just go through the videos like A assisted injections, subdermal injections, intradermal. It is wonderful to see such of things. Without much pain, exactly the place, exactly the size, exactly the amount of dose. When it is giving you, it is calculating even the patient's emotions also. Based on that, they are changing the, the kind of pricking methods also. Yes, of course. But we never bother, just give one prick. That's all. No. See how nicely it's been, created in such a way. Yeah. One way, obviously, it's very good, but other way, we have its own risk as well as, the other ratios that will come out later. Yeah. Now we are speaking only about the positive aspects. So let me give only the positive aspects of this, right? So these are some of the key applications. It means it's what exactly the AI do or does. Okay. The first one is I have so many points. I have taken only the important points for your glimpse of knowledge. What it is doing, like medical imaging and diagnosis. Mainly for diagnostic, this AI is used. So I have given a word called AI algorithms. Very wonderful. What it makes, like when there is a kind of blood test where the blood is drawn from the patient, and this AI is doing the algorithm. It has its own framed calculations. What is what is what. So match with everything. It is all happening within a second, right? Otherwise, no, you see normally, very traditionally, what is happening in healthcare center will take very long time. I said, no, last week I went to hospital. They said within 1 hour you get the sample. Second day I went, they said by afternoon. Third day I said, sorry, some server issues. Fourth day I went, only by night I got the results. See how long it is. Whereas this AI medical imaging diagnostic tool, within a very short period, it does all the calculation in a very fast period. Just give you the output, right? Yeah. So because it's all framed already, like in case if the blood is having this, if that particular X-ray is having this, if that CT scan is having this, if the MRI is having this. See, I think most of the X-rays I remember when I was my olden period, X-rays is my mom used to use only to collect the dust, because we don't know anything out of that. We see some white and black kind of pictures. That's all, nothing else. But whereas this AI will focus and it will very clearly say where is the cancer, what's the size, how it is going to mutas, where it is going to spread, what will be the outcome. Exact details will be given in a very short period, right? So that is what the key applications. Predictive analytic. Of course, what is the meaning of predictive? Prediction about the future, right? Yeah. Just see the picture, what is in the air, how, very drastically looking into this picture, right? Yeah. Just already, the input is already there, okay? It has, millions and millions of input already in the brain of the AI. So it will correlate what is what is what is what everywhere. So what is wrong, where it is wrong, how to fetch, what is anticipated, how the malignancy grows, what is the diameter, all sorts of that. See, like, yeah, when I was a student, I remember like when I go to radiation department, I've seen like there are some, manually people do the sketching, how to give radiation therapy, which tissue, where, the location, what is the distance between the radiation therapy to the patient, all the stuffs. But now within fraction of second, it is possible by this aid diagnostic tools. There, I remember that separate person was there to calculate only for that. Like how much of the dose should be given to cancer patients, right? Yeah, sometimes there is a flaw. They may give to other areas also, which may lead to cancerous developing cells, right? So much of errors. Now it is very specific. Where exactly, if at all, if it falls on the next point, what will be the consequence? All sorts of that. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. The AI can even predict the the future, what would be happen. And since we anticipate anything, obviously we can take a very conscious preventive calls and we can prevent many of the diseases not to occur, right? So that's why it's saying like this. Visual health assistance and administrative supports, chatbots. See, there are kind of an AI-based chatbots. I'll just show you what is chatbots. It's easy for you to understand what is this. Yeah. These chatbots are very specifically designed in such a way where even the consumer can interact with this. See, the other thing, okay, we know what are the professional technologies, what we speak, right? We say like, hypothalamism, these, that, malignancy tumor. So this is all, different language for the patients, right? Whereas these chatbots are, very pretty well designed, even in the human language or the consumer language, right? If the people are from one kind of, language medium, I would say like Telugu, right? So the chatbot can speak in a Telugu in such a way where even the consumer can understand what's happening in their body, right? So the data will be given into the chatbot, and it's a kind of a chatbot. So all the data will be there. It will be there. So if I have any doubt, I can just ask the chatbot like, this is my, this one. So what I should do? So chatbot will react. The chatbot data is already connected with a doctor, right? So doctor also will be having the same information. Meanwhile, you also will be having, the other healthcare people also will be having. So whenever you are rising up any information, it will reflect to everybody's connectors. And based on that, they reflect the outcomes. I mean, the suggestions, the implementation will come. So even at home, the patients relaxedly do everything without having any panic or fear about follow-up care, right? Otherwise, just imagine nowadays, my God, to take an appointment with one doctor, such a lengthy procedure, my God. And to take an appointment in laboratory. If I go to laboratory to take a sample, random blood sugar, by the time all my mechanism will be collapsed, right? If the appointment is by 8 o'clock, by 1 o'clock only I'll be walking to the lab to take my blood. By the time everything is collapsed, naturally the system shows something wrong, right? Not wrong, something what has happened inside. Yeah. So these are things are happening in a very smart way without much disturbance, without panic or without lot of time wasting or without much of cost. Everything is in your fingers, everything is in your hand where it can be well addressed to every connected point, right? Yeah. And personalized medicine, I think this word is again, it's coming, right? Yeah. See, for example, my body may react to some drugs in a different way, right? So before administration of any drugs, that AI tool can be taken a data from your entire body, according to your blood type, according to your food style, according to your, preference, according to your genes, response, according to your lifestyle, according to your environment. For example, like your environment is very cool at this moment. So I'm sitting over here. My doctor is in somewhere in my Ireland. So based on Ireland climate, he cannot suggest me some kind of medicine, right? Yeah. So the AI diagnostic tool will take on a data in such a way, and it will put sensor everything to the doctor saying that this is what the patient, this is what the patient's body condition, this is what the biological characters, this is what this. So if you give this drug, this will be the development, or this will be the effect, or this will be the risk, or this will be the response, this will be the outcome, something like that, right? So this is more focused and constrained in such a way where we can keep a kind of a medicine which is more personalized than the subjective medicine by any kind of doctor's experience based, right? So they not we can use this, AI. So far, we have seen about the AI. As I said, the AI can be in any way, like X-ray, scan, blood test, or before using a drug, before going for surgery, before going for any sorts of that, the AI tool can access the entire data in such a way, and it will be given to a physician or to anybody who are related to the promoters of healthcare, to the persons, especially consumer driven or consumer focused or a consumer personalized insights are always valuable to to take the best outcomes out of any kind of treatment, right? Yeah. So next one is about the Internet of Medical Things. Sorry to bother, Mrs. Pradima, can you hear my voice?
Ma'am, we could hear your voice, ma'am.
Thank you so much for your response. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So the next thing is about the Internet of Medical Things. So this is not only one simple tool called IONT. It is a chain of tools. Okay. For example, one machine will be with the patient, or one kind of a device with the patient, and one will be with the doctor, One will be with the nurse, one will be with the the local primary healthcare caregiver, or one with the laboratory person, one with the dietitian, one with anybody, right? So it's chain of people will be handling the same data on the same time, right? So that's why I'm saying about the Internet of Medical Things, which has a line to line, machine to machine. For example, if patient is having a wearable MOT, IOMT, so it assesses the patient's temperature, heart rate, and pulse rate, and anything related to patient's body. It collects all the information. These are the raw materials, right? So it will be taken to the next machine. The next machine will do all analysis, processing, categorize, then tabulation, interpretation, and it gives in the form of in a very logical way. I mean professional way, right? Yeah. So after that, it will be visible to everybody who are connected with the same patients. So ultimately, in a very single time, everybody come to know what's happening with the patients. See, these all ultimately helping telemedicines, right? Very remotely where patients are sitting, even at the corner of one area where the accessibility is not possible always by the doctors or by any other kind of health professionals. This is more soundful to utilize in such a way. Only thing we need a kind of facilities to have an internet, right? So that's the most important one. Yeah, so that's a kind of great challenge to utilize this kind of digitalized tool, especially in speaking about India, where lion's share of the area is the rural, where it need a very soundful installation of Wi-Fi systems. Yeah, yes. Still, you know, we have to know what's happening and what's going on and what is the the main processing of all these tools. Yes. So this is chain of a tool which is interconnected to one, and where at a single fraction of time everybody will be in the lineup, and it's a very smart kind of tool. See, for example, like the person already have some kind of uh, artificial kind of thing inside, even maybe like an organ transmitted person, right? So for every follow-up, the patient cannot walk down to a hospital and wait for a longer time. Whereas if this device is connected over the body, so very well it will give an alarm to the patient as well as to the doctors. So without much delay, without much kind of confusion, where directly they can give an implementation with the available resources. Yes. So because of most of the forecasting, the complications can be reduced to much better way. Yes. So that's what they are meaning ultimately under this. So it's a kind of a package of devices connected in such a way where uh, you know uh, yeah, it takes care of the entire processing of healthcare from patient to the last level of healthcare people. Next is about the cloud computing. This is a new word which I have found from many of the Google resources when I was literally searching about the tool. This is a new one. Even I didn't know so far. I don't know what you people like whether you know what is. It's a kind of a new frame which is given in the digital tool in healthcare sectors, which is called cloud computing. Yes. So what it is saying is as it is mainly for the remote areas, it's happening in a very wonderful way. What it is saying means, I'll just show this. See, it's connecting the data from different areas, okay, like what to say about the patient's track response, or health information system, or CDSS, that is central decision supportive system, or promoting self-care. It means that I would say, like, see, if you see the key applications, you can make out what it is. It is nothing but the overall data about the patient
Ma'am?
Hello. Now?
Yeah, it's audible, ma'am. Right.
Yeah. But it's disable attendee screen share. The slides are able to see?
Right now, it's not visible, ma'am. Can you share it again, ma'am?
It is showing as if I post disabled attendee screen sharing. Can you just allow me to share my screen?
Let me check, ma'am. I think now you are, so usually your co-host, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now?
Yeah, now you can do it, ma'am, but it's not visible. But now you can start sharing your screen, ma'am.
Now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
So we are speaking. Sorry.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We are able to.
Okay. So now we are seeing about the cloud computing in healthcare. So if you see the key applications, you can able to understand in better way. This is mainly for the remote. So there is a little bit of changes or little bit of the informations which is from the second point and third one. See the second point where we have seen that IOMT, that is all about the device which will be placed with the patient, right? Whereas this is the one which is for the mainly mass people. See, since I'm from community background, I could say that when I want to use a kind of intervention for a very huge people or a mass people, I can use this cloud computing. See, I would be, seeing around 1,000 to 2,000 people in a day, and I would have collected their blood samples or X-rays, whatever it is. So what I do, I just put into the cloud computing. Okay, I just enter only the data with people. That's all. Remaining all this cloud computing tool will take care in a very huge way. So that's what saying. Very simple difference between IOMT and this cloud. Cloud computing is the one which is mainly for the mass informations and it will be stored forever. Moreover, it is mainly for the remote areas they are utilizing and the other one is where anybody can access to that. Okay, that's what the cloud. See, the word you can understand now. What is it? Cloud. It's a overall, right? It's a huge. So whenever you are reaching to the mass number of people, this cloud computing is very much useful. Okay. So like the whole India populations, the whole one community area populations, the whole region populations, something like that. So all these data will be pooled together, and from there it will take only the interference, and it will give you the kind of solutions for the healthcare providers in very high profile areas. So the other one we are speaking about patient to patient, patient to doctor, doctor to one to one. Whereas this cloud computing is nothing but it has a huge collection of data. Whereas hospital 1, hospital 2, hospital 3, hospital 4, or something like that. So during COVID, like we didn't know what happening in and around, right? So this cloud computing, what it was doing, it was dragging all the information from different sectors of healthcare, and it's pulled into that, and it is given in a kind of a very natural way. So we'll come to know what's happening in the scenario of healthcare sectors, especially it is being used in the very, in the primary levels like WHO or, some kind of organizations which are dealing the information with the mass level. So that's what I'm saying about the cloud computing digital tools. Otherwise, no, every time manually the report from sub-center to primary, from primary to community health center, from community health to district health hospital, from district health of the state, like that it goes, and finally it reached to be, WHO. But this cloud computing is nothing but it takes the information from every corner of the health, care settings, and it collect and store in such a way without any disruption, where it can be accessed by anybody at any time, and the data is always, just kept in ready to do the next step, especially for implementing any new strategies to to prevent or to control or to, give any kind of treatment in a very mass level. So that's what they.
Ma'am,
Wherever the tools are installed in any sorts of premises of healthcare settings, this blockchain is a very much mandatory. This also has to be installed along with that. So whatever the information you are, collecting or keeping as registers or ledgers, whatever it is, the blockchain will take a very precise way of keeping everything in a confidential way. Nobody can do anything over that. I mean, we cannot change. See, you know what it is doing? Even the blockchain is very transparent in knowing about the credentials of the doctors also. Right? It's checking even the nurses and doctors, even the other people, whether really they are, registered, whether the credentials true, or whatever the drugs they are giving, whether it is true according to the chemical proportions, everything. Blockchain is not only just to secure the data, it is criticizing, and it is, making the very magnified way of validating each and everything, right from the paperwork to the last, whether the data are true, whether the drug is true, whether the credentials are true, whether the policy makers are, proper, or I would say like even the providers. We have so many vendors, right, to get to know about the equipments from the many areas. So everything will be checked by blockchain. We need not depend on any person to know the value of the things which you are, giving as a service. I mean, you are giving a service to any kind of healthcare settings. So I need not depend on any human people to know what's happening in healthcare settings. If I put this blockchain in every aspect, it's very easy for me to know what's happening in an ethical way, whether the data are going proper, whether it's entering proper, whether the treatment is proper, whether the doctors are legally credentialized, whether the nurses are properly competent enough. whether the lab is functioning in such a way, whether the vendors have given a proper equipment, all sorts of that are happening with blockchain. Mostly they use this blockchain in, it was utilized only in, bank sectors, because there a lot of corruptions are happening, right? Whether the machine, these and the papers, what they're using, all that stuff. But now, recently, the blockchain is being introduced in health sectors along with the digital tool, right? Because sometimes the vendors or the tools or the data or anything may be in a wrong way. To avoid that, this blockchain is also a part of any digital tool focused health. So that's what they are saying, that what is the blockchain. So you could see where and all the blockchain can be utilized in healthcare sectors, like drug monitoring. It will say what is the drug, what is the composition, what is the the preparation, whether it is according to all these NADH, whatever it is, right? And electronic records, whether it is functioning properly, even one simple blood samples, whether it's properly taken, do they have proper equipment to collect, whether it is sterilized, all the stuffs, right? So that's what they're saying about the blockchain in healthcare. Yeah. So the blockchain, what exactly it does, I have given kind of the informations. It enables decentralized, patient-centric electronic health records, allowing secure share of records across different providers from one state to another state, from one country to another country, whatever it may be. It's all will be in a very secure and concealed way will be utilized. Pharmaceutical supply, yes, of course, it will check everything. It counterfeit that. Excuse me. Hello. I should be sorry for that. Yeah. It's happening only with me. So don't worry the audience, because some audience are literally yawning. So it shows that it's the end of the day. Day I know we are literally tired. Yeah, another 2 more clips of slides. Yeah. So this is about the core applications of blockchain. What exactly the blockchain do? I already explained everything, what and all it is doing. Like it just see like how the health records are being kept in a very custodial form, and if there is any drug supply, it ensure that it is properly manufactured according to the patient's personalized form of insights. And interoperability means like it is not only with one person's experience, it is with everybody's satisfaction, seamless informations, I could say, like everybody satisfied with what. So sometimes opinion from one person to one person may be different, but whatever this blockchain gives, where literally we can accept that, right? Yeah. So I said, no, like even the doctor's credentials can be verified by this blockchain. If I'm producing my documents today to one organization, where if I use a blockchain into the system, where no need of any HR and anybody to see that whether it is true or not. So that itself will take a kind of a call. I mean, the blockchain itself will take a call to know whether it is really genuine or not. Yes. So that's what it's saying, right? So these are the key chains which are happening in blockchain system. So what it is suggesting, like wherever the digital tools are getting utilized in any kind of premises where the blockchain is something supposed to be very mandatory, to know whether the AI is functioning properly, to know whether this IO entry is properly functioning, to know whether the people are functioning properly, to avoid any kind of malpractice or any kind of illegal kind of treatment where we are so much bothering about consumer right. Yes. See, this is all for your just simple knowledge. I have faced some of the photos here and there. So it will be very nice to see all this, like digital tools. See, this is one a digital stethoscope. Just see, within 15 seconds, it can, detect the heart diseases. Otherwise, what will happen? One time the doctor will and again ECG, again echo, again one more second opinion of doctor. Many things will happen, right? See, within 15 seconds, even once AI-based telescope can make out the wonderful diagnosis of heart disease. Yes, very pretty. So this is called, usually we say POC, means point of care molecular devices. It's all about, mainly to do the diagnostic in remote areas. So you need a very infrastructure in a lab where to keep the test tubes and to do a processing and for computing and for analyzing all this stuff. But there are some mobile kind of devices where you can utilize even in the very remote areas where it needs a very minimal infrastructure. See, I have given the see TrueNet. Yeah. So with this, no, you can just check, especially the infectious disorders blood samples. So this is very handy, right? You can take even to the very remote area. Just a drop of blood can be put into that. So that here itself, the automation, processing, compiling, and this cryptographic, all this happens within a very short period of time, which need not depend on a very huge laboratory, infrastructure. That's what it's ultimately meaning. Yeah. So I was saying about the smart wearable watches, right? When I was dealing about this IOMT, Internet of Medical Things. So this is the one example for that stethoscope. See how nicely this AI is looking into this, right? Yeah. So there are some non-invasive diagnostic devices. You must be please aware about this because even a glucose monitor. So I know I have seen with my own eyes where my father was a diabetic patient. Now he is no more. Every once in a week, no, he take that machine, prick, take a drop of blood, and just very curious to know what is his level of glucose. Okay. So pricking is not something very funny or joke or something painless. Of course, it's painless, right? But see, there are a very pretty kind of non-invasive digital devices which are running and happening inside the India's hospitals. So please make sure that hereafter you are going to use this kind of thing. Obviously, the patients will be very comfortable to utilize such kind of based invasives. Yeah, even in small hospitals, it is available. So I think in Narayana also it must be there. See this? Nothing but if you just keep your hand very near to that, there is a reflection of some lights and it measures exactly. So based on that calculation, it convert that one into a kind of glucose level. So that nothing called pricking, painful, scarcity, wasting of blood, all this, right? Yeah. So obviously it's a very wonderful idea. I'm just giving all the samples, okay? These are the tools which are, available in Indian setting. Yes. Visual DX. DX means diagnosis. This clinical decision support system. Why the word is given like support system means, see, sometimes being a physician, she may be or he may be wrong in taking a decision about the diagnosis, right? So he may say like, it may be that, it may be this, or it could be that. No, when you're using this visual DX, it's pretty clear. It's 100% very accurate. You need not to bother about any sorts of other data. Please, if you get a time, go and watch a video about visual DX. There is an app called Visual DX, and just if you have a time app, you install the app and just put one word, or you can take a small picture of your face, any part, or even your hand, wherever you want. So little bit of area, you just make a glimpse of photo, just fix into the app. It will show what it is. Seriously, see, this is the thing, mobile app. So any small picture, if you put, it will say what it is because already the data are all framed in such a way. So it will match up with each and everything, where it is exactly. Very idealistic tool. This is, useful DX. Yeah. Very easy. Like when you're going with the skin disorder, we do, even some skin doctor don't know anything. They'll say like, okay, we'll start with this medicine. You just see, take for 2-3 days, let me see whether it will really work out. Again, after 2-3 days, you say, no, sir, see, sir, it is worsening, sir. Yeah, it's happened for me also. Then again, she'll say, oh, Okay, I thought this would be the scenario. Oh, this is not now. Okay, we'll go for a next test. We'll go for a next medicine. See, we are not the clinical trial samples, right? Yeah, because nowadays physicians are in fact learning once they come out from the college because they don't know, right? They are taking every call, every patient's call as a kind of trial. Yes. So when you use this visual DX, any part of your body's pictures, either a mole or tumor or any different colorations, whatever it is, just put into that. You yourself will become master in doctorate. Seriously. So these are the kind of tools which are currently available, right, for your informations. Yeah. So finally, these are the benefits which we are getting out of using this digitalized based tools. Of course, you know what is this? Early disease detections. No more waiting for anything. Reduce diagnostic errors. As you said, personal errors are there. Personalized treatment plan. Faster clinical decisions. Remote healthcare access. Cost reduction in long-term care. So these are pretty well understood by your self-explanatory way. I need not to bother about explaining the same. So these are the great challenges we are going to face, of course, when we use this digital tool. One is the data privacy. See, as you said, it can be accessible to any person in any part of the world. So the privacy, even though it is in a digitalized way, but still there is a chance of getting disclosure to others. High cost installation is the biggest challenge. Yes, especially talking about the Indian economic, it's really cost. Regulatory issues in the sense approval means before implementing in a very logical or ethical or legal way, we need a regulatory approach and approval. It needs a lot of trials. Where in Indian system, again, it's a very much difficult to take an approval to utilize in your premises. So that's nothing but called regulatory issues and AI bias. Sometimes, it's not every time, sometimes there is a, what to say, level of significance. Yes, here also we have the same thing. There will be some bias. It is not the AI bias, whereas the manufacturing or the technical issues may lead to some bias, wrongly diagnose the patients and wrongly treat and wrong end up with patients life-threatening situations. Yeah, there's a chance to occur. Yes. So what is the future scope? Integration with genomics. So what it is saying, like even see there is a kind of genome vaccines. I don't know how many of you heard about this. See, the child need not to get a vaccine from the day one till 5 years. We have a very long list of chart, vaccine chart. At the month of first, second, these are DPT, DT, measles, so many list of them. But now there is a kind of tool they are going to utilize. It seems like genome vaccine means. See, of course, for my age, I'm already vaccinated, right? So if I take a gene of mine and they convert in such kind of way, they are going to place in my child body. So naturally, the child will be immune. No need to go for so many pricks, and no need of going for so many, consequence of needle prick and other sorts of symptoms post-vaccine period, right? Yeah. So integration with genomics means all this digital tool, they are going to be more into genomics, all about studying about the genes. Yes. Advanced AI models, whereas, as I said, it is going to replace the entire human being. Yes. Everything will be taken care of. Of course, I came to know from your principal that even the robotic surgeries are happening. It's well to know about that. The same way, even for diagnosis, you can just show your face in front of one AI. The AI will scan from first of your hair till the last of your nail to the toe and say what is your problem. It will not prick you. It will not ask any questions. It will not ask you to open the mouth. It will not ask anything. Just one scan. I think that's going to happen, right? As an advanced baby finger processing. Third, global remote healthcare systems. Yeah. So this is also another scope we have. Like it's going to be globalized in such a way where even the last edge of the world can be, having communicating the system of this digital based health services. Yeah. So now we have come to the conclusion saying that it's all focusing on personalized and efficient care. So it's so far it is not going to be considered about the physician point of view or based on the just observation. It's going to give only a legalized form of data to have a very accuracy in diagnosing and planning and implementation as well as to come out with the best outcomes for patient satisfaction, right? Yeah. So I know it's a kind of very glimpse of nutshell of information on digital tool. When you find a time, please go to the Google and see one by one. You will be wondering. You won't even get a answer to close your eyes. All your biological senses will stop for a while and see about the digital tool which are happening in our healthcare premises. Very much efficient, very much cost effective, and very much interesting one. Please see that you update with the knowledge of all this information. So where much of your the trauma in relation to anything can be certainly reduced or can be utilized in such a way and you can get that best out of it. Yes.
Yes.
So it
Thank
was a
you.
great experience for me to share the knowledge in this one. Maybe next time I would be more, conscious about having my technical issues not to happen. And preferably in the morning we can have, the sense it's the time itself is a little bit sober and it needs a lot of patience to
Thank you so much, ma'am.
yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am,
Yes.
for
Thank
your
you
very
so much.
informative and inspiring session, ma'am. On behalf of Narayana College of Nursing and our respected principal, ma'am, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you, ma'am, for sharing a valuable time and expertise with us, ma'am. So the session which was you dealt was like really well understood, ma'am, the different apps and not apps, different how the AI is moving up in now current scenario. So many of the roles, I think, will be replaced by the AI. So you made us to understand the topic now. The knowledge and experience you shared today will surely guide us in our professional practice, ma'am. So thank you so much, ma'am, for joining with us and spending time with us. And it's really great time we had with you, ma'am. I think the participants also very clear about the session, ma'am. So thank you so much, ma'am. So I request the participants, those who are online and offline, if you have any clarifications, you can just drop a message, use the chat box.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, otherwise kindly fill the posters and the feedback links which were shared in chat box itself.
Sure.
Kindly fill it.
Thank you once again for the entire team where they have given a wonderful opportunity to share some of my knowledge which I know and I have given over this platform. Like to continue this association for longer time and
This
yeah.
topic is really hard to deal because the AI and which was away from our subject. But still, like software people, how they handle the topic, the same way you handle this section now.
I really want to suggest something like, this kind of things.
Background work you have done on the slides to express your views, ma'am. So it was really.
Yeah. So only my botheration is like, the more of videos I wanted to show rather than the clips of what I have shown because videos are very pretty, well designed. And if I show really, they will have, interest to know much more about these areas because it's all about, the video based knowledge, information. Nowadays, the children, they don't want any sorts of information. They want more of innovations, right? So if I have shown the videos, they would have been a little bit curious or they would have been taken their conscious, mind to know what is AI and all this.
Yes.
So next time, maybe I would share some of the videos which really I have taken and I have stored in my laptop, right? Yeah.
So I take this opportunity to propose vote of thanks on behalf of Narayana College of Nursing. So first and foremost, I express a deep sense of gratitude to our today's speaker, resource person, Dr. Chitra Ma'am, for delivering such an enlightening and valuable session today. I extend my heartfelt thanks to our respected management and principal, Dr. B. Vanish Kumari Ma'am, for her constant and encouragement in organizing this program. My sincere thanks to all the resource persons of previous sessions for sharing their knowledge and expertise. So I also thanks all the faculty members, organizing committee, and technical team for their dedicated efforts in making this program a grand success. Last but not least, I thank all the participants who participated in online. When we got the applications, like online applications, we got around 200. So I expected that 200 would be joined in the sessions, but I think they couldn't able to join. So, but that was a great, huge enrollment of the for this program, ma'am. So thank you for all the participants. So let us carry forward this message, the knowledge which we gained these 3 days, and apply it effectively in our academic and clinical practice. So thank you all. Have a great day. And we expect that in future, Narayana College of Nursing will have many collaborations for conducting many FDPs. So let us all hope for and let us have a end of this day. Thank you so much, ma'am. Once again, thank you, ma'am. So,
Thank you
Ma'am,
so much.
Chitra ma'am.
Yeah,
Chitra ma'am, good evening.
you look like as if like some, Andhra MLA.
No, Andhra MLA. Ma'am, everything you are in my MSc first year, second year you came to our Oxford College, ma'am. That time you were so much, your dissertation, everything you were supported. Just you are also fresh MSc lecturer or guideship you came and Oxford you were joined, ma'am. You were guided to me lot and lot. And thanks once again, ma'am. These are the credits goes you only, ma'am, not me. You
No, no,
gave guidelines to me like a dissertation or a practical or everything. Before that, in my MSc first year, no one is not stable in that Oxford College Community Department. And once you are arrive in that our Oxford College, and we are so many things learned your side, so many things without we came to your house also, ma'am. So many times, so many hours also stay back in your house only. But you were each every line you were dictated and that much level given dissertation, corrections, everything. I am never forgot to you, ma'am. But God grace, ma'am. Whatever it, I am searching to your number. Every time I am searching. Somebody Bangalore people are coming for as an external examiner. I am asking, but they are telling we don't know, madam. Like they are saying, but anyhow, God grace only we are met through the phone call. Thank you so much, ma'am. Like I gave an opportunity, my madam want to see. See, main thing, main reason also I want to see, ma'am. That's why, and the period of FD.
use this platform to see
Yes,
you.
madam, we are searching, and that day you are called me, Vansha, I am here, Amma. You give the any opportunity like that. You asked, okay, madam, like that. Immediately, I am informed to Pratima, call the madam and give the topic, and the madam is she will do what current advanced technology, whatever it might be, she will do that all the things, ma'am. We will also learn to the madam like that. I said, ma'am. Immediately, you are also accepted our invitation throughout this platform. You are the one, our Narayana family. You are the one of the member of our Narayana institution, ma'am. Whatever we are going for the, even though national, international, any conferences or FDPs, you are the speaker and sometimes also chief guest also, ma'am.
Oh, love. Yeah. So seriously, you made my day today because after 20 years, I'm feeling so overwhelmed. See, for any teachers know when we hear a kind of appreciation from students, that is a very memorable
That's
appreciation.
really
You might have got many appreciation from many
a
people.
memorable day for you.
Yeah, thank you. So it's really my proud to say that your principal was my ex-student, in Oxford College of Nursing. I thought this thing should come out from your end because that would be more soundful, right? Yeah. Anyway, as you said, by God's grace, and always the world is very small. So at one point, now we have to meet each other. So in that way, I'm very glad to meet you after a long period.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
only your weight is increased. Otherwise, you are same as it was.
No, ma'am.
Yeah.
Weight gain also.
Yes, that's what. Only your weight is gained. That's all. Your size is little bit increased. Otherwise,
Yes.
your talk, your that very kindful heart, your smile, everything remains same. Love to hear, love to see, and I would like to visit in person also.
Yeah, surely, ma'am. I will welcome to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you once again.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am.